Welcome everybody to week 2 of the Ember and Magma League. It is I Banana Bread XD back for another split with my co-host Sekio once again for another split with our gracious producer Last Raven here. We are introducing something a little bit new today here. For those that did not tune in for week 1, we are streaming 1v1s or 2v2s to decide side selection now. So as we start loading on to the Howling Abyss here between a Warwick and a Renekton here, it's going to be Itaconic and January Snow. So what I know is for Spire Rats, they are running it back with pretty much the same roster, but they did get a new ADC in a Slayer. And then we have Akuma Spikers. They are a new player on the field here. I did read the, what is it called? The email content made by Marato, and it is very interesting to say the least. It predicts. Oh wait, no. Oh wait, damn! I'm dyslexic as hell. But based on what it is, Akuma starts out pretty hard here. But Spire Rats are the 2 seed from last split. They get knocked out in the lower bracket quarters. So we'll see if they can make it a little bit further this time around with this new ADC here already. Itaconic winning out on that trade here. Warwick always a great champion just in a straight up 1v1. So curious to see how this is go because I think January Snow, he's a jungler and he's playing Renekton. So curious to see how it is. And Itaconic is also the jungler. So it's jungler versus jungler, one playing a jungle champ, one playing a top lane champ. But uh honestly, it's a bit of a fresh start for Akuma Spiker, so I couldn't really tell you who's gonna win. But already, Itaconic, wow, that's a really hard name to say, is losing out on the trades a little bit there, but does go Barrier Ignite to have more of that 1v1 staying power here. So, gonna miss out on that healing rune there, gonna pop the Ignite, stop that healing. So, dashing, slice and dice in, mark on top. Gonna get that Cole the Meek there. Nice spacing, but Itaconic
Yeah,
gonna
it's
run
good.
low on mana.
Of course, and the thing is, watching those two play versus each other, Renekton got a slight edge when it comes to the 1v1 based on hasn't got that mana thingy to be worried about. Of course, he still got the heal generation based off his evolved Q, like the one with the 50 plus few. That's something he can use. On the other hand, Warwick needs to just auto attack the minions to get extra HP and play it, but he's still got a downside, which is the mana. But keep in mind, Warwick is a painful character to play on 1v1s, even with a barrier.
Yeah, especially like kind of like what was it? It was like 2016 All Stars when they used to do like 1v1s at the All Star game.
Yep.
Everybody ran grasp on everything. Lucian, grasp. Oh, pop the dominance here, flashing forward with the Cole the Meek, the slice and dice, gonna stun him up a little bit there, but it's a canonic. He's gonna sustain it up a little bit out of mana, but he's gonna get taken down. Cole the Meek, first blood, January Snow, and that's gonna be side selection going over to the Spire Rats. Because wait, is this? Well, this is new.
Yeah,
Hold up.
1v1.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it was first blood.
He's just dancing.
Yeah. Okay. 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 Yeah, just because the what's it called? The overlay kind of confused me a bit. But yeah, Spire Rats will get side selection there. But curious to see. I mean, Spire Rats, they were the 2nd seed last split. They got not obviously. I already said when they got knocked out, but I mean, they have a new ADC on paper. He is just this ADC is a little bit better here, and Miracle Whips has improved a decent amount here. Last split, I mean, they were like about like high, low emerald-ish. Spore was the same thing. He was low emerald, but now Spore is the highest ranked player. He's like Masters 194. Miracle Whips jumped up to D3. Slayer is D2 compared to OJ Simpson's D3. So, I mean, on paper, Slayer is a little bit better. So, I mean, we have a lot of good synergy here for Spire Rats. Don't know too much about Akuma Spikers, so curious to see how they're going to play this out here. I mean, week 1, they both went 2-0. They didn't drop a single game. They swept both their teams, but obviously, on paper, Kingdoms of Kittens as Death and with Regentide Duskfall on paper, they are about like low diamond-ish average, like D3-ish for both teams. So curious to see, because on paper, I mean, this is top two teams going at it right now. I mean, obviously, it's only the beginning of the split, so it's nothing crazy, but this could really set the stage for how the rest of this split is going to go because it is 8 teams, so they will all make the playoffs, and it is I think it's a single round robin. Yeah, it's a single round robin. So a game like this will really set the stage.
Yeah, and of course, like after Banana Bread just broke down most of the stuff that you'll love to hear, I believe we will head to a small break and get back with you guys. See you in a bit.
Welcome back, everybody, as we are going to get into the draft shortly here. Spire Rats winning that 1v1 do get side selection here, so they do opt for blue side this time around. So curious to see what they will first pick here, most likely. Or no, it's the same format as the LCK uses. So you can pick you can either get side selection or you can get first pick. So or second pick. So Spire Rats opted for blue side, and Akuma obviously they get first pick. So always like it's always interesting to see that because like it was very confusing at first, but when you think about it more, there's like a lot of meso elements that come into play because like you can't just straight up go in like, okay, we're red side, we're blue side, we already get first pick or second pick or whatever, or counter pick. Now there's a lot more elements for the teams or the coaches to think up of. That's the beauty of the meso element, that human element, to try to play against people. So Akuma Spikers, they do get 2 ban losses because they do have a top lane E sub in Black Venom. That's a M. I do not have a Lisp. That is there's an M in there, unfortunately. So I'm gonna say Venom because I do have a Lisp, and it's gonna sound silly when I speak really fast. But so the 2 bands, the Timo and the Heimerdinger, are both filler bands, and then the Ivern is the actual band. And Spire Rat's looking to kind of pinch up that jungle pool and that roaming potential there with that Bard.
That's it actually does look like a prop feed bands, of course. Like yeah, Hemmerdinger is being like you don't want to run to him in solo queue, of course, and Timo is the same thing in the top side. I'm just kidding. I know that they are filler bands, but anyways, we have like a different draft style here. We're starting from the red side, and Hoi will be the first pick. Basically, a control mage that's you can use him, you can play with him, and you can count on him. Whatever the case is. On the other side, they just picked the Ash Seraphine, which is a pretty good and actually a very powerful boot lane.
Yeah, Ash Seraphine, I mean, every single time you watch like pro play, literally in every single region, Ash Seraphine is like S tier bot lane. Obviously, one of the big counters is Nautilus, so we're gonna see if that does get picked up there. Kind of like you kind of just need like a go button. The biggest thing with Ash Seraphine is they can play range so well. You got the volleys coming out, you got the beat drops coming down. It's a lot of extra CC and a lot of range, so you kind of need a go button to look for it. That's why the Jarvan and the Bard was banned away. Both are kind of like the counters to the Ash Seraphine. So we'll see what gets locked in here. It's going to be the Nautilus, so ADC going to get dropped here for Akuma Spikers, but they lock in that Hui for Akuma Fluke. And wait, did I read that wrong? Nope, he's indeed an ADC main. Okay, so I did not read that wrong. So, honestly, I'm a little befuddled here. Don't really know what to say about that.
I mean, you're doing good, man. And also, they're doing good in this draft. They're smurfing. You get the mid laner secured. You need a go button, so basically you went for the Wukong. I mean, if I'm going Wukong, I should be going Oriana, I believe. It makes more sense to me. And I'll late pick it. I'm not gonna go for the first pick Oriana. But of course, that's only me. They got Hui, not Huey. Man, I miss Huey. Anyways, Hui, Wukong, and Nautilus, you have a really good ultimates to be playing with, and of course, an early aggression. But on the other side, I didn't see Ellis in so long. I would say in jungle. Normally, I see her in support, or like recently. But you have Elise, you have a really good setup in the wild side. You can play around bot. Beside, she's a really good when it comes to diving enemy teams.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the thing is, the great thing about Elise jungle is like her early game is like one of the best. But the only downside is teams need to know how to like play that early game. Most teams don't know how to like play proactively. They kind of just go around trying to force stuff. But that's a great thing about Elise. Elise can kind of force those plays, and with how aggressive the Ash Seraphine are in that bot lane, they should whittle down the Hoi Nautilus and look for those easy dives there. That's why the
Hmm.
you know you have that. I mean, the Wukong can't really match early, so hopefully January Snow can kind of contend with that early on here. It's going to be the Pantheon picked up here that can be flexed into the top or mid lane for Spire Rat. So I really do like that flexibility there. But Akuma Spiker is seeing what they pick. It's gonna be Nefiri, so it's Wukong Nefiri. So really, I don't really know. I suspect it's gonna be Wukong top Nefiri jungle
Hawaii
because that's
ADC.
usually what you see. And yeah,
Hawaii
maybe
ADC.
Hwei. Oh yeah, Hwei. Yeah, there's a lot of flexes for Akuma Spikers. So they're keeping their draft very ambiguous here. Is what I like. Looking at their multi, I'm not really getting much info. So it honestly beats me where all these champs are going.
It's oh wait a second. So they got Silas. I believe Silas will be in the top side. They have like the Nefiri Mad, Wukong Jungle, and Huawei Nad bot side. It's like not a usual one. You're not having a normal Thursday draft or like a normal Friday draft. They're just picking whatever they need to. And at the same time, it looks like that side has got a lot of ultimates to be using. Seraphine, the Encore in any team fight is just important. It's just like one of the best ultimates that he can get. Of course, the All Out from Cassante, he can get the ultimate from Pantheon, Crystal Arrow. The only one that's useless, I would say, that's Elise one. But also, it's kind of usable. Whether if you just wanna jump off, I'm not sure does he get the
Because I think
spider
you
form
inherit
or
the
not.
abilities. So like when you switch, you inherit the abilities
Not
for like a
sure
couple
when it
seconds.
comes to Elise. I'm not sure to be
Yeah, you
honest.
do inherit the abilities when you steal Elise ult, you can switch back and forth and you can use Elise abilities for a little bit.
But I believe only the spider, not.
I think it's only spider form though. So it's kind of like it's pretty buns. But I mean,
Hmm.
the other three are really good. So you have a pretty good cycle. It's just honestly like this draft is really ambiguous still. Like I really don't know what's going where. I mean, I'd assume it's Hwei bot. That would make the most sense, and then probably Nefiri jungle Wukong top Silas mid. But I mean, who knows? But my headcanon is I like to think it's Wukong top
Hmm.
because you pick the Silas to counter the Malphite because that's an old school counter to Wukong. So you can't pick Malphite because there's a Silas. So what do you do from there? But we're about to get on to the rift here for week 2 between Spire, Rat, and Akuma here. As already straight onto the rift. That Petricite Nautilus skin is so clean. I really like that skin. It's a
Yeah, me
really
too.
clean skin.
Also, here's something like we all went wrong when it comes to AKM draft, but at least we got 3 right. We got the ADC, we got the support, we got the jungle. But you didn't say Wukong jungle. You said Nefiri jungle, right?
Yeah, I did.
Ah man.
So what? I'm
So
like I'm like two. I'm like two
2
for
out of
three.
5.
Two for five. 2 for 5. So looks like Akuma. They're gonna kind of run up in there, get a little bit of shallow vision, trying to spot out where the Elise is going to start here. But overall, I mean, I kind of put a little bit more like with Spire Rats, they have really good early game, and their team fight's really good. So they have a good advantage for like the first like 15-ish, 20-ish minutes until you start getting into that late game Akuma. They'll do a little bit individually. Their champs are a little bit better when it comes to like skirmishing, but we'll see what happens here. As just very light trading going on across the map here, so nobody necessarily getting a super high advantage. And that Doran's bow, talking about those new items, as bot lane, that's going to be Dredge line onto Miracle Whips,
Hmm.
and a little chunk there, but nothing too bad going on so far. Ashe is actually down CS to the way, so Slayer going down
I
a
have
bit
something here.
CS there.
Like that's bothering me so much. You have Ash Seraphine in the bot side. You know that they're gonna be pushing the lane, and you're pathing towards top side. That's illegal to me, I would say. You should be playing in the bot side as your strong side. You might just trying to go for some dives or maybe trying to fight those two. You got the stuns, you get the damage. Well, it looks like they're aiming for the few in the top side, which is a pretty rough challenge to be taken here. In the top side, you'll
And
see what's
already,
happening.
he's already flashed there. Gonna get hit with
Oh!
Q1. The dogs are going through the bleed, almost gonna get him. And he does get taken down. First blood going over the Black Venom there with the Nefiri top lane with the Deathfire.
You love to see it, and guess what? The jungler didn't even appear in the top side, so it's a lose-lose situation unless he just overextended and went for the 1v2 trade or 1v2 fight, and you just lost it. You never know what's gonna happen here, but we'll see how it pans out.
Yeah, like you said, I don't like. We literally talked about it, or well, I talked it, that Elise should be going bot side and just diving them.
Bro, I just said that. What do you mean? What do you mean? I just
Oh,
said.
like I said it like
Why is he
before
backing
when the
off?
draft, where we were like in the draft when the draft was finished.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, so it's like because I think you were still MIA at the time. January Snow top lane here. That's gonna be a nice little knock up onto Black Venom. Gonna dash on forward there. Let's see if he hits the skill shot between the doggies. And Black Venom is just gonna get on out perfectly fine. They're forced to use that flash. Abriel almost gets taken out by the tower, but it's gonna be a failed gank here. And again, we're talking about the illegalness here. Elise can't do anything to Nefiri. He has an intangible. He has the dogs to block the cocoon. Like, what do you do against that? Like, really? And then Cassante gets solo kill. He's down almost 10 CS here. Like, bro. Little trade in the mid lane there. Spore gonna pop that ignite. As okay, Akuma Fluke is just gonna go back under his tower. Does have that teleport there, so should be fine there. Bot lane gonna start rolling off with that volley there. They're gonna heal coming out from Eric Whips as Chief. Not gonna get rooted up actually. Gonna go for Ado instead. Gonna pop that WQ there. Gonna land that nice little fireball in their face. And Chief just gonna Spider Nautilus his way on out there. But it is a 600 gold lead in favor of Akuma. And, you know, this early game we were talking about isn't panning out. Spore, just as I say that, flash forward with the stun and the spear striking with that warning. As Itaconic, holy, okay, I did say it right the first time. Itaconic is going to cover up that mid lane a little bit there, as my co-caster does have some slight technical issues. But I just got told by my producer it is pronounced Itaconic, but it is. I gotta have that, you know, that Mexican flair in my voice. You know, the beauty of having a Mexican girlfriend. So, Abriel, I mean, he's having a bit of a rough time. I mean, he's playing a tank, so he should be fine. You know, tanks always doing great on low econ. So, you know, I can see why he went that Deathfire Touch, because Deathfire Touch also does apply, it applies, Cleaver stacks, bot lane, Chief going a little bit too deep under the tower there, does have the flash to go over the wall, gonna use that little dubstep there, gonna get, well, why was he still standing there? Slayer flashing over the wall to follow up there. Ado does have the flash to keep on going, but Abriel once again getting chunked out super crazy in the top lane there. That's gonna be an ult onto the top side, Ignite going down, no mana for the daggers, and Abriel just gets out perfectly fine there. Gonna pop a hawk shot into the enemy bot lane jungle. January Snow, what are you doing, buddy? You don't want that scuttle now. As that's going to be the Grand Starfall from the Pantheon there. Nice little interrupt with the Cyclone on the stun, but that's a route from down range but onto Akuma. He will get taken down. Slayer gonna pick up that first kill in the team fight. Itaconic is gonna have the flash over the wall there, so no flash, no ult means that's a free Drake here. Oh, nope, January Snow is resetting. Okay then. So it's gonna be no Drake's taken so far there. Now the gold lead swinging right into Spire Rat's wheelhouse as they go 3-1 in kills there, up about 400 gold. Silas going to use that Grand Starfall to kind of get back into the mid lane, collect that nice juicy wave. And right now, I mean, it's still a pretty nice little lead for the side of Spire Rats. Not insurmountable. The only real gold lead is in that top lane for that Nefiri. But yeah, I mean, for now it's pretty chill here. Nothing too crazy happening. Gotta fix some stuff here for my co-caster. You know how it is. You know, the beauty of, you know, League of Legends. Is it really a stream if there's not technical difficulties? Because I was wondering why I was rambling on so long with nobody interrupting me. As Miracle Whip's gonna face check the Nautilus here. Gonna win out on that trade pretty well there, Miracle Whips. So going to just come back on up there. Elise is here in that bot lane to help on out there. Avril is still looking for that fight constantly, surprisingly, despite the slight deficit there. Going for that Iceborne Gauntlet first item, very staple item for the Cassante. What is it? Pickaxe, double longsword? That could be an Eclipse. I suspect it's an Eclipse. As Black Venom is going to get pulled back, but nothing's really going to happen. But right now, I mean, the gold lead's pretty much evened out a bit here. It's kind of just offset by that, the Nefiri in the top lane. So, but I mean, you know how it is. Gold leads against tanks. It's a fake gold lead. You know, at the end of the day, tank will surpass you in the end. You lose for like 5-10 minutes, and then Cassante is gonna do his thing. Like the thing that Showmaker said before is the assassin tank. He has a dash. His Q is like 1 second. His W makes him unstoppable. He gets a shield. He gets Omni Vamp. He gets true damage. But that's a nice little enchanted crystal layer. All the chain CC onto the Nautilus, as that's the Spire of Despair on top of the Ash. The volley's coming through, and Miracle Whip's gonna pick up that kill in the 2v2. The lightning strike comes down, but it will not land. So Slayer, that's another 2v2 kill in the bot lane for Slayer and Miracle Whips here, as the Elise is going. January Snow gonna start up those grubs, gonna take all 3. No Drake claimed yet, so no cross map from Itaconic. And so it's a nice. It's the gold lead's still roughly the same. It's only about 600, so nothing too crazy. As I'm waiting for the day, man. Abriel, he's gonna get that solo bolo in the top lane. I'm waiting for it. But finally, the cross map does come through here off the resets from Spire Rats. So Akuma will claim the first Drake of the game. Always love a mountain Drake there as the first Drake. You got a tank, and you got 2 bruisers, so always nice to have. So once again, January Snow hovering that top lane, man. You really want to kill this Nefiri. You really want this guy. But Spore is starting to roam up top here. Does have that Grand Starfall if he so pleases. But instead looking for some deep vision. As bot lane Itaconic, he's going to come in here looking for the gank as Ado almost gets taken down, holding onto that flash. Nice little flash discipline there. Severing Bolt coming down there. And Itaconic will claim that kill onto Slayer with the Cyclone. So a little bit of an overextension there. You got to respect that weak side knowing your Elise is off of reset. So now it's going to be Akuma moving in to clear a little bit of vision. Get some deep vision for themselves. They're going to try to clear or try to steal some camps away there. But lots of damage coming up from Miracle Whips actually. Like, what the wait, whoa, what the heck? What the hey? That's a lot of damage from a support Seraphine taking Iconic's to half HP. So forces him to back on up there. So yeah, it was an Eclipse. So January Snow going to look to. Oh, whoa! That's a nice little cocoon there. That's going to be the ult onto him as the all out pulls him back. He's going to get away. He lives. Oh my God! As Abriel finally gets that kill, AKM Fluke is going up here. That's a nice little enchanted crystal layer from downtown here. Abriel is going in. He's dashing. He's flashing. And he's not going to get the unstoppable there as AKM Fluke does get that kill there with the Abscond Abduct. So it's going to be a nice little 2v1 in that top side there in favor of Akuma. Spikers as Slayer once again going to get caught out here. Flash from the Encore by Ado, but he's going in the wrong direction, buddy, as that's going to be Spore coming in with the Grand Starfall. That's going to be the depth charge onto the Ash, going to pick up that kill. So it's going to be a 1-for-1 so far in the bot lane. Going to speed up Spore to try to pick up this kill finally, but Miracle Whip's going to get that one instead. That's going to be Spore 302, Miracle Whip's 203 at about, what is that, like 80% KP so far? So nice little gold lead's pretty much damn near the same. Both teams kind of trading back and forth, same plates. 3 grubs traded for a Drake, so both teams are pretty much dead even. Nothing crazy. Like it still baffles me that this Hui is up like almost he's up like 35 CS on this Ashe. Like, how is that possible? You're playing one of the most dominant laning duos, and you're down 30 CS. It's actually kind of baffling a little bit.
True.
It's very like I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it, man. Like in the time you were gone, that CS deficit went up to 35. I don't know how to explain it. Well, it's 30 now, but hot dog. I don't know. And my co-caster died. Oh, Spore about to get solo boloed in the mid lane there, but the rest of the team comes in to back him up. As the Kingslayer getting a lot of heals there, flashing away, does not get away from the Elise, is going back on in there, so you can get as much healing as you can. Miracle Whip's gonna pick up that kill with the Aerie. So once again, Cyclone on top of Miracle Whips here does not have a shutdown yet. Blocked by the Elise with the Dredge line, as they're just gonna keep on fighting here, as Itacanonic is going to try to get behind that Aegis Assault. So once again, Dredge line now. Once again, there. Oh, Miracle Whips! He picks up the kill on the Iconic. And holy cow, flashing forward just to still die is so rough. So it's a 1k gold lead now for the Spire Rats, and it is a complete fist fight all over the map here. As Miracle Whips, he's balling out. Like he has a lot of money in his pocket. He is what, 1200 now? So is really close to getting that Diadem Song there. Top lane, we talked about that scaling as Black Venom. He's going to get all out. Does not have that immortality no more. Aberil going to pick up a solo kill there. That's revenge for the first 13 minutes of the game. Ping's coming through. Drake spawning in about 30 seconds here. It will be Cloud Drake. So we're going to see who picks up that one. But lots of cooldowns used in the last couple fights here. So let's see. It's still gonna be a slight advantage to Spire Rats just because they have a lot more cooldown, summoner spell wise. So we'll see how that goes. Oh my,
Yeah,
you're back! Oh my god!
Man, I was here. What do you mean?
Really? What do you mean?
Yes.
I heard the disconnect sound and I didn't hear you reconnect.
Yeah, someone just kidnapped me and then I get back.
Damn, dude! Somebody kidnapped you? Man, we gotta.
I don't know.
Is that against Riot's terms of service or something? Really could be.
We'll see about that after the stream.
It's a 1.5k gold lead now. Oh, top lane, Aberil gonna get ulted on top. Man, that path
won't kill him
so much. It doesn't
Oh.
dodge the second dagger, and Black Venom gonna get his get back, pick up another solo kill in return here, just right before the Drake spawn. But Aberil does have that teleport when he does come up there. But it is 4 members strong for Spire Rats in that bot side here. January Snow taking Itaconic's blue buff in his face. And they are going to start up this Drake right away now. Black Venom does also have the teleport here. But Miracle Whips is a little bit cut off, so they're going to have to be a little bit careful. They're burning down that Drake. Teleport finally coming in from the Nefiri, but it's a little bit too late. Akuma Fluke, he's coming in on that flank there. The Chase CC onto the Elise. She can't get up into the spider form just yet, and she will get taken out. The first casualty of the fight. The Cyclone going rampant all over the map here, as Aberil really wants to get that kill onto the Wukong stun on the backline. Akuma Fluke is rampaging onto 3 members of Spire Rats here. He finally gets taken out. Kingslayer not enough to slay the Slayer, as Spore almost gets hit with the Severing Bolt there. Chief gonna get taken out there. Aberil going all out, does not get the Wukong. Ado will get taken down here. The volley gonna slow him up a little bit. Is gonna get pulled back. Double kill going over to Aberil, and it is a Drake claimed and a team fight win for the Spire Rats.
He got the Drake, he got the team fight, and he got everything that you need to have a little bit of advantage. But of course, in the mid lane, Wukong, it was just like trying to play around. Like, yeah, he was not serious with that, of course, allegations. Just like trying to give them the feeling that he might do something, but he's not. But in the bot side, it's a different story.
Akuma Fluke does have that all out there, but ain't able to get behind him. App's gonna duck under the tower. Flashed away by Aberil. And Akuma Fluke just barely misses out on a nice chunk of change onto that Cassante there. As Itaconic
Are you
is
eating?
going to use a clove to get over the wall.
I believe you're eating. I got you.
Maybe a little bit, honestly. I can't hear it. As Ado, flashing over the wall there, getting hit with that stun. So Chief might get rooted up here, taking a lot of damage. Holy cow, that's a lot of damage.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage. Ah, bless you. Of course, I don't know what you say when you're like, whatever. Anything. Anyways, let's just get back into the game, man. Yeah, but I mean, like, it's like looking at Casanti and his build, his itemization is just like it's so rough to go for the 1v1. But I believe that Black Cleaver might be a little bit give a little bit of a helping hand here to Nefiri. I'm not sure if it's gonna be really that effective, but it should do
Spiraling
something
Despair gonna
here.
live.
Yeah, but like no one saw it. He was aiming for Evelyn, of course. So
Yeah,
it's
it's a
totally
Teemo. The
fine.
Teemo that was banned, you know.
Of course, he might just appear in the game. You know that?
So what makes Cleaver good with Deathfire Touch is that Deathfire Touch constantly procs Cleaver. As for flashing away, they're using the move speed from the Empowered Aegis Assault there. So that's going to be a Cyclone used by Itaconic for a flash from the 404 Pantheon. So I didn't know this. They changed Voltaic Cyclosword, so it doesn't apply off of a... It can apply off of ability damage also. So that is very interesting. It's 9% current health damage as an energized attack, plus you get 15 lethality for 4 seconds. So it's basically like, hold up that thought there, as they're going to go straight onto the Nautilus there. Spider Nautilusing his way out using the heal, but it will be in vain, as it's going to be 4 members of Spire Wrath looking to brute force this mid lane tier 1 down there. Ado gonna get chunked like crazy as they knock down that mid lane tier 1. No real objectives on the map here. Severing Bolt gonna get called down there. That's a nice little flank there. Abscond Abduct onto Miracle Whip. Gonna get hit with the Enchanted Crystal Layer, the Fireball from downtown. Ado gonna pick up that kill. So it's gonna be a 1-for-1 support for a tower mid lane trade here. About a 1k gold lead for the Spire Wrath. They're going to try to brute force their own mid lane tier 1. As Abscond Abduct onto Slayer, forced to use the barrier. Slayer might be overstaying a little bit too long there. Flash away from the Spiraling Despair. Akuma Fluke will get taken down by the tower, so it's going to be a 1-for-1 in that dive. But no summoners on Slayer. Drake coming up in about a minute, so that's a crucial cooldown used. January Snow going forward there, doing a lot of damage actually, as almost takes out Itaconic. So it's going to be a lot of cooldowns not available for this next dragon fight here. It's going to be a Chemtech Soul, so nothing too crazy. As Abriel going to take the tower aggro with that Bramble Vest here, but we're going to see who gets first dibs on this Drake Prio.
Yeah, we'll see who goes to the Wake first. It's a bit important. I won't say actually. I hate Chemtech Souls. I'm just gonna say it out loud. But funny enough, this game is really good when you get the Chemtech Soul, since you have the Anchor, you have the Enchanted Crystal Arrow, you have the Pantheon W, you have the whip that Lee's gives you. So you have a lot of stuff that you will need that tenacity for. So yeah, this soul is pretty important to take. On the other side, you don't have that much CC, but yeah, it's a lot better to have less time on CC, or like less time that you can't move. But here, I don't think that they're gonna try to contest it. It's pretty low on HP and no jungle appears, but they might just go for the fight.
As the Encore only landing onto the Nautilus, Cyclone in the backline. Slayer, he has no subs, he has no life, he gets taken out there. As the all-out onto the Nautilus, flashing away, he does get on out there. Pantheon gonna get him, striking with that warning in the backline. As the Abscond Abduct going onto the Cassante here. It's gonna be a little bit of a team fight win. Double kill going over to the Teferi, as they're gonna keep on going forward. January Snow, he came on back just to give his life away. It's gonna be an ace for Akuma Spikers here in a trade for the Drake. So now they get that gold lead back. No real objective means they get to push this lane.
It's like a roller coaster. You're just like, yeah, guys, we might be late for the Drake, but we're not late for the fight. We got the tempo, we got the damage, and we got it all figured out. He's just hit the Anchor on only one player, and if he managed to just like dodge it out, use her W or whatever the thing is that helps her to move out, and then boom. You have a separated team fight. You have a Silas with a Pantheon ultimate, which is pretty useless. He didn't use it in the team fight, but it might help him in either place, or might just trying to do anything with it. And he got the Nefiri and Wukong just making magic in the backline. So now, eyes on the Baron. And you just need to start having that word set up, trying to move the play to the top side, and you just don't want to give Akuma this burn Nashor. If they got it, you know that you ruined.
Yeah, the only thing is that Akuma's Baron is pretty slow. They don't have an ADC. So it's a pretty slow Baron. They really need to look for the ace if they want that. And their siege isn't super great either, because their only range is way. So their is relatively mediocre. So, I mean, we'll see how it goes. But, I mean, the team fight power that, you know, we talked about before for Spire Rats isn't really panning out. They're not really getting the nice little setup that they really want. You know, all those go buttons on the side of Akuma Spikers is really kind of putting a damper in Spire Rat's plan to really look for those team fights, because, you know, they're like, oh, we got the Drake, you know, they're not going to fight, but no, they look for the fight, they get the ace. Now it's about a 1.5k gold lead. Spore gonna have to be careful, gonna get converged bond here, teleport into the top lane by Aberreel. They're gonna try to get the jump onto AKM Flukes. He's gonna get stunned up, chain CC'd, and he will get taken out. January Snow picking up that kill, but unfortunately Slayer gonna get caught out there. Spiraling Despair on top of his dome, but so much healing, so many shields. Double kill going over to January Snow, all out onto the Nefiri, as that's a Cyclone, 4 members in the back line, as Black Venom is gonna keep on hoping, going in with the Hound Pursuit, as the Aegis Assault blocks so much damage, the healing from the Sunder Sky, and that's another double kill. That was an unofficial quadra for January Snow there, and they will start up this bear now onto 4 members of Spire Rats.
Really good one, and man, this Seraphine was such a rat in this team fight. She gave all that massive heal that gave them the edge in the fight. Like, you thought that you're gonna get the reset on Nefiri to try and jump on another guy, but nope. He just got 500 HP, he got like a 1k shield, and try to kill me. That was the title for the fight, and SPR just got it where they needed. And of course, Seraphine's items help her to reach all that. I believe she's going for the redemption to top it off when it comes to healing, when it comes to HP. Everything will be just fine. And on the other side, you have a Drake that's spawned in 1 minute. So another setup, another play, and yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, they really need to knock down that bot lane tier 1. It's kind of been standing a little bit too long. So, Baron power play for about another 2 minutes here. But they're wasting a lot of time going for this Drake here. They need to push these lanes. Like, Silas is getting pushed top lane. He does have that teleport. No teleports on the side of Spire Rats means it's really hard to match that that Silas here. You know, you have the Grand Starfall, but it doesn't have... It's not that global. So,
yeah,
they're finally going to start pushing out mid lane here, but there's no wave. They don't get anything. They get a bot lane tier 1 for a minute and a half worth of Baron. I mean, it's not, I think it's like a 500 gold power play. Like, it's nothing, it's not anything good. You know, they're not really wasting this Baron. Silas is going to get a second tower in the top lane. So, I mean,
which is more worth
I think
it.
It's a negative Baron power play, man.
It is, and that shows you that when you got a Baron, you just don't need to force the Drake. You have the minion empowered, you can just play on both sides.
That's gonna be a nice stun right on his dome, as Black Venom is gonna get taken out by Slayer. So finally, they make a little bit of use with this Baron here. They got one wave in the bot lane, so they're gonna try to knock down this bot lane tier 2, nick all those plates there. You also have 3 grubbies, so you burn through that so quick there, especially with the Ashe, which he has the volley active. As Silas gonna try to reset there, Aberreel is not gonna spot him in time, so he does get that reset off. They get 1 pick, they get 2 towers. Overall, I mean, it's a slightly positive Baron power play. I think it's about 1k in the swing. So not too bad, but again, like, the biggest thing, man, is it's the macro. It's kind of a bit of a macro diff here. You know how Akuma Spikers are kind of staying in this game.
Yeah, and also if you add up the gold the Baron regenerates to you, it will be like around 2k gold advantage, which is not a really big gold advantage you're getting it out of this Baron Nashor, but a win is a win, I would say. Also, you need to keep an eye on this Pantheon. His damage will be pretty harsh to measure. At the same time, he got the Elise, so anyone in the side lane can just be like vanished. Blink and you miss it. Look at his damage. Okay,
Yeah,
there's no
that's
damage.
like what he's whittling down. A third of it.
He's not using the empowered Q. He's not
Yeah,
using the
no,
empowered
use
Q.
the empowered the E there.
W.
Akuma Fluke's gonna be 1v1ing in the top side there. But yeah, he used the empowered W. You know, you get the 3 autos and all that. The Slayer gonna get caught out once again here. The Spire of Despair on top of his head. The Encore only going onto the Nautilus as the Severing Bolt does land away, almost getting the 2v1 kill. As Elise gonna pick up that kill onto the Nautilus there, top lane 1v1, and it's gonna be Aberreal picking up that one. Akuma Flukes not able to win on that front. It's gonna be 2-0 on the map. About a 3.5k gold lead, but no neutral objectives. Means nothing really taken here. There's a couple plays used in the top side. Itaconic is coming up top here with the Hui, so you're gonna have to be a little bit careful. Oh, and with the Fury. So nice little dodge away from the Fear there. Aberreal gonna try to run out as fast as he can there, as that's gonna be the Hound's Pursuit on top of Aberreal. He's so tanky, man. He has so much armor. Mostly armor, as I say that Ado does pick up that last hit there onto the Cassante, but it's going to be traded back. Jungler for top laner. No neutral objectives up for about another minute and a half. Baron coming up first, so now it's a 4.5k gold lead, and they're at soul point. So Spire Rats, I mean, they're in a really good spot here.
But I think that they made a really good play after they lost the Baron. Like, if you made this play while you got a Baron, you can just win the game. Period. Like, it's just like that good. Like, you know how to play it, but you're not gonna do it. So, I mean, a lot of questions for SPR, but at least they're getting away with something other than the Baron here play. So it is what it is. I believe they got a soul that's gonna be spawning in 1 minute and 13 seconds. So 90 seconds to get into the most annoying soul in this game. Of course, in any other game is just like another soul. So Chief gotta do something. You need the Akuma team to step up. You need the mid laner. You need the support. You need some synergy to be popping off in the upcoming fight. But the problem is your support is 1-8 and 7, and now this silence will be
He's gonna
obliterated.
get instantly blown up there. Black Venom does have that Hound's Pursuit if he can get some vision on somebody, but using the Grand Starfall to get on out of dodge. As he does get into the river here. You're gonna have full prio in this river. Miracle Whips is gonna get caught out there. The Encore gonna go completely wide. Slayer left all by his lonesome, and he gets taken down. Instantly, the bot lane of Spire Rats gets taken out. The stun going only onto the dog there. Black Venom does not have that reset on the Hound's Pursuit, but so much damage with the way. That's a triple kill going over to Black Venom. The quadra kill, as Aberreal does still have, he's in all-out mode right now, and he just runs on out there. But that's a quick little quadra kill there for Black Venom, and they're going to start pushing towards this Baron.
Yeah, and that's the scary part about Nafi. Once he gets a reset, once he finds the right target in the team fight, he will just clear everyone out, and it was the case here. Only one man that stayed alive was Cassante, and man, like, he got the Spire Fusion, no, not the Spire Fusion, I'm sorry. The pink item that gives him bonus stats, armor, and magic
Jack
resist. Yeah, of course, Jack Shaw too. I don't know why I got the Spirit Fusion in my mind, but like, it's pink and the other one is green, so like, yeah, I need some glasses to see the difference in the colors. But anyways, like, yeah, of course, I was about to say Spirit Fusion again.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Hey, I mean, Spear
Anyways.
Shojin, you know, I remember the old Spear Shojin, you know, you get cooldowns back when you hit stuff. But Aberreal, he might be a little too deep, buddy. Does use that Pathmaker to try to get himself out there. That's going to be a great Starfall into the backline, immediately flashing onto the Hui. Let's see, they're going to use the Cyclone to peel him up, but that's a nice Encore out to the backline of the two members, and they instantly killed the Fury also. It's going to be a team fight win here for the side of Fire Rats right in front of their soul, as they get a 4-for-1 and they get the soul.
Yeah, that just happened. That's all I'm gonna say. That just happen. And again and again and again, like whoever the team that gets the perfect angle on any team fight will just pick that win. AKM, they only got an Atlas. I thought that they can just skip the Drake and try to finish the game, and exactly, they got the wave, and with Ashe and Seraphine only, they're shredding the base. You have Casanti, you have all the team here, so you should have just like closed it out. It's only Nautilus with the Burnisher, so nothing special, I would say, but they will prefer to play it safe, get the inhib in the mid, and just walk out with the soul. And probably they will just be bro fisting each other till the Baron spawns.
Yeah, Baron was only on Nautilus, so honestly, I think I can see why they didn't keep pushing, because you'd have to push against Baron minions, with the wave clear being relatively mediocre, with only the Ashe Seraphine. So I can see why they didn't push for the win.
And what about the Pantheon was dead, I believe?
Yeah, Pantheon died. So yeah, I don't. They're just playing it safe, you know. Like I really, honestly, yeah, I honestly don't.
I mean, in a scale
that,
of 1 to 5.
Oh, hold up that thought. Black Venom using the Hound's Pursuit. Oh, wow, that way does a lot of, or the what's his goddamn name? Nefiri does so much damage there. Does not get the reset on the Hound's Pursuit, flashing away there as a knockup onto Miracle Whip. You're going to use the Spider Nautilus to get on out there. AKM Flukes, he's going to go in there, flashing forward. What the hell are you doing, man? He's going to get taken out immediately. Miracle Whip is going to put a cork in that bottle. As January Snow going on forward there, lands a cocoon, predicting it in the middle of the dredge line. January Snow going on a killing spree, 12, 5, and 8. It's what is that? Like a 70-ish%, a little under 70% KP, 68%. Nefiri gonna look for that reset. They get the pick onto Spore, but he stalled for long enough. It's gonna be a 2-for-1 here. They're gonna look to maybe possibly end. I really doubt it. Ado is resetting now to clear up the minions, but they will knock down that top lane inhibitor first. Next neutral objective won't be up for about another 2.5 minutes, so nothing too crazy. As Chief left the game. Nope, he instantly reconnected. But it's 2 inhibitors down here at about 34 minutes. Lots of gold to be picked up for the side of Akuma Spikers, but I mean the gold lead relatively negligible at this point. It doesn't really matter. We're starting to get we're starting to see already Nefiri is full build there. Wukong is about an item and a half away. Silas going for that Rabadons. And so far, I mean, we're starting to get into that late game territory here. You have the Chemtech Soul, but not really leveraging too much with it right now.
Of course, since the enemy team doesn't got a lot of CC. Yeah, I know the Anchor, but the Anchor, like not the Anchor, I'm sorry. Actually, yeah, the Anchor, once Silas just get it, it will help you to stay alive or like not get CC'd for long. And now the vision goes to who got the upper hand in the upcoming team fight. Who can actually close this game, even though you have, I don't know, 4K, 3K advantage, it's not enough to win.
Oh, flashing away there. As that's going to be Itaconic. He's going to get caught out there using the Cyclone. Going to get burned down by the Death Dance. As the Encore does go through onto the Silence. January Snow is so low. He's not even going to be able to
heal.
Gets put into the Zonias here. And he instantly gets taken out by January Snow coming out of it. And now it's going to be a 4v5 for the next 50 seconds here. Drake or Baron spawning up in about a minute. So this is free reign for the side of the Spire.
And they're just trying to close the game. They have super minions from the top, super minions from the mid. So all what you need is a really good dive. But I believe they won't be taking that dive. They will try to play it a bit slow, trying to secure it with a Baron. Like you remember we were saying about, they only fight on objective. They only fight on I don't think that they fight on turret, they just fight on objective, and now they're just trying to thread the third inhibitor here. You remove the Banshees out of this stuff here, so what will it be all about when it comes to poking the enemy? And don't try to poke the pair a lot, so he will just fire back at you. The Drake will be spawning in 80 seconds, and that's gonna be a Elder Drake, but at the same time the Baron Nashor, knock, he is up.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be an Elder flip this game, it looks like. So we're going to see what happens here. Nobody really on the map to instantly start up this Baron here. Full build for the Elise already. Ash starting to get up there, starting building into that GA there. But Neferi, full build for a while, does get that Serpent's Fang. It's going to be the Baron started up here. Ash, buddy, what the H are you doing? Why are you bot lane? Your team
Ah,
is starting up
man, I love you.
the goddamn Baron, but it doesn't even matter. Akuma Spikers, they're not even going to bother to check here, and that's going to be the Baron claimed here for the side of Spire Rats. Elder Drake spawning in about 35 seconds here. This is going to be a big team fight. Ash has her flash. She has a GA, so she won't instantly get popped anymore. Seraphine, no subs. They're going to have to watch for that pick. But all the flashes, except for Miracle Whips, are up for the side of Spire Rat. So they have a lot of playtime. No flash on the Neferi or the Hui. So it's going to be a little bit hard for them to play up onto this fight here. That's a stun, nice little stun onto the Neferi. He's going to get popped instantly as the Enchanted Crystal Arrow from the Silas goes through there. Knock up onto the Ash on the backline. Finally, Spire does hit. There goes the House of Justice going on in. No kills going over just quite yet. That's going to be Nautilus getting taken out first in the fight. Flash forward with the spear. Is he going to land it? Yes, he will. Spore going to pick up that one. 2-0 so far. They do have the bear for about another 2 minutes. And look, try to see if they can try to end this game. Hui is resetting now to clear that wave up. Iconic is gonna get zoned off by Aberil. Nice little wave in the top side there. Flash forward. I've got him duck. Kill going over to AKM Fluke, but not able to clear the wave there, as that's gonna be Iconic doing a lot of damage actually. As January Snow going on in, flash away by Iconic, gonna get hit with the cocoon on the backside. Slayer gonna get slowed up, taken out, and the GA gets popped, but it doesn't matter. The Nexus will get popped the same. And it's going to be game 1 going over to the Spire Rats.
Yeah, that's how the Spire Rats actually won the game. And I was just about to say, hear me out. They need to just ignore the Elder Dragon and trying to push it, trying to take the fight and win the game. And without even another consideration, they just went all in. They went for the push, they went for the fight, and they got what they deserve. And of course, I have something to highlight. I'm sorry, Ash, but what you have done here is a low master mistake. Something we always say that, like, the next item is not really important. All what matters is your standing with the team on the Rare Nation. So let's say, in like other world, or like in another conclusion, if Nefiri, Wukong, or like the red team, they all went in to play versus your team on the Baron Nashor, and you're not there, guess what? You lose the game based on not being able to help your teammates in that part. Will the GA matters? Nah. Will anything matters? Exactly not. And in that situation, you had to just recall, get the 500 potion, and go play with your team on the Baron Nashor and try to kill to end the game, or just save the gold for another day to buy that GA after the Baron maybe, and you can just push it, play it, do whatever you need. That's for Ash, and of course, the whole team. I like that. Yeah, they didn't make the perfect call multiple times, but they had some really good calls that helped them to close the game.
Yeah, I mean, like on an individual micro level, Akuma was, kind of outplaying him a little bit. Like they kept up that gold really heavily. Like they were farming really well in lane. They kind of played the lanes very well, focused more on the farm. Spire Rats, I mean, they played more for those team fights there. A lot of the team fights earlier on didn't really go their way, but they started scaling up. Seraphine got a bunch of items, got a bunch of kills in gold, so she was able to kind of convert that into team fight wins. Able to keep the entire team up. But that's a game 1 victory for the Spire Rats here. We're gonna see what happens in game 2 as we take a short little break. We'll be right back.
See ya.
back. Welcome back, everybody. The Game 2 draft between Spire Rat and Akuma Spikers. Spire Rats opt for blue side, and Akuma Spikers opt for second pick. So it's just a regular old blue side, red side kind of game. You can see the 5 bands that are already on the table here. So a lot of good power picks are already gone. So it looks like Spire Rats, they're not going to deviate away from the Xin Zhao pick. And once again, Akuma Spikers, they do still have that 2 band loss. So Pike, Evelyn, I'm assuming are going to be the filler bands, I guess. But
Oh, they still
already,
got the 2 bands
yeah, because they're
thing?
still using that top laner. They're still
Like,
using
I
Pike,
mean,
and
even
then
though I thought it was just for the first game, like, it would be
it's
more fair for the
for
first game
every
only.
game that they're used in, unfortunately.
Come on, this is illegal.
It do be
Anyways.
like that. It do be like that.
Sometimes I have a question. So you ban Nocturne and you ban Oriana. You can just like ban one of them. You don't need to ban both, I believe. You'll just like ban Oriana. You can just have Nocturne. Maybe, I don't know. Like Camille is not in the picture anymore. It's been off the meta for so long. So you're not scared of getting collapsed on. But hear me out. Thresh, first pick.
Very
Huh.
interesting. I mean, I love Thresh. As a Thresh main, I love Thresh.
Me too.
But back to what you were saying, the Oriana ban. So Jarvan is still up, so I can see why they banned it. I mean, Oriana is like, it's just a good pick. It does well into pretty much everything, and the team fight power is just great. So overall, I mean, I can see why they banned it. It's gonna be Ezreal. Okay, so you got some slipperiness going on here. So it's gonna be a little bit hard to hit those death sentences. So curious to see what Akuma Spikers will lock in for that support pick here. Nautilus is banned. That is kind of one of the pseudo counters to Thresh. Another counter is, I'd expect it to be Karma here, because that's a really strong lane here. So Akuma Spikers, we'll see what they lock in here for Chief, because last game I don't even know how to explain last game. Like, it was just so back and forth. Like, no team was really decisive over the other up until like 30 something minutes. And it's gonna be the Braum. Wow. Okay, I did not expect that. Thresh is a counter to Braum. So yeah, not a great time to be Kuma Spikers
Really?
fan here. Yeah, because the counters to Braum is basically its range. It's range and kite. That's how you counter Braum, and you don't go in. So Thresh can opt to go in, but he doesn't have to because he can just perma play the range with the death sentence, dragging you in, flaying you back, stuff like that. So that's why it's a counter to Braum. So it's a little bit rough. I mean, you don't really need extra safety because you have an Ezreal. So it's kind of a little redundant to play that. So kind of want to see that little karma pick there, but it'll buff. It's gonna be Thresh Aphelios. So this is an old school combination here. You haven't seen it in a while. Thresh Aphelios is always a great combination. You need somebody to go in, you need somebody to peel you, that's Thresh. You need somebody to do damage, 2,000 years to be specific, it's Aphelios. So it's going to be the Ari blind pick here for Spore having a great game last game. So I think he went like, what, 12-5? 12-5-11 or something. He was balling out. He was
Mhm.
all over the map. So we'll see what Akuma Spikers locks in here, looking to maybe pick up that mid lane. And it's going to be the Lissandra. So another old school counter to the Ahri. Ahri's biggest weakness is heavy lockdown. So they're going to lock in that double frail Yord for Akuma Spikers here. And they're going to start kind of chipping away at that
Hmm.
top lane pool.
Yeah, also, yeah, they have a really good counter in the mid lane, I would say, but hear me out. Lysandra is in a really decent position in the meta. I won't say she's the best, she's not the worst. She's in EOK spot. You can just play it in ranked, but that's of course in low diamond that will be viable. But other than this, you can't use Lysandra. Since Ari, she's so slippery. She got the resets, she got the charm, and of course, when she gets the malignance, she just unleashes everything. And going back to the, of course, the Thresh argument, like, yeah, I agree that range is good versus Braum, but at the same time, Braum is really good versus hooked champions. Braum can just hug the wave, or like not hug the wave, I'm sorry, like play on the bushes, play on his Q, and whenever this like Q land, you just can't run away from it. And also, as you mentioned, you have that double Frail Jordan on your side. Like you have the Lissandra with the CC, you have Braum with the passive, you have Azrael with the, of course, Qs and auto attacks to land everything, and also Lee Sin is heavily back in the meta. Like you can just play him in most matchups, but Olaf here is just like that guy that really counters Braum, counters less, and listen maybe at certain points, and he just will go hunt for Azrael.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You usually pick Olaf into immobile ADCs that can kind of just run down. There's a lot of mobility on the side of Akuma and a lot of safety with that Braum. So Olaf is a little bit of a weird pick here for January Snow. But I mean, we'll see how it goes. But it's gonna
No,
be the Garen locked in against the Ornn, so they're kind of throwing Abriel on tank duty, and then trying to quell Black Venom, and locks in that Garen here. So that is going to be very interesting to see. Like you said about Lee Sin is meta. It's just like he's just really good against champions that need to be like kited, or you should need like a lot of mobility. So lots of mobility on the side of Akuma Spikers, so it's going to be a little bit of a rough time for that Olaf. Uh, I mean, I don't know. Like looking at the draft at face value, I like I like Spire Rats a little bit more, but that's just me being a little biased towards consistency. Being Ornn, Philios, but I mean, who knows? I'm kind of surprised they picked Ornn. Braum is a hard counter to that, so that's a very interesting choice pick there. So as we load onto the Rift here for Game 2 between Spire Rats and Akuma Spikers, it is Spire Rats on that blue side here. They are 1-0 up, so they drafted themselves a nice little team fight composition here. And Akuma Spikers drafting him a bit more of a, what's a word, a reactionary draft. So we'll see how it goes on here as we're looking at this little stone here with the god awful textures on the leaf. And a game like this, I mean, I don't know. Honestly, don't really know. There's a lot of good like scaling, a mix of like scaling and early game on both sides, so it's really hard to kind of pin down who can get a bit of a decisive advantage in this early game. Because I think like the early game advantage that Lee Sin does have in a skirmish doesn't, it's kind of like negated just because Olaf just really likes to fight early. So I mean, we'll see right now. So I really expect Miracle Whips and Slayer to kind of take advantage of that double range lane to kind of get that push, but right when I say that, they are losing the push. So it's going to be both junglers starting up on that top side going towards that bot side. So January Snow finally heard us. Going to play towards that bot side here, not playing towards the tank. Nice little play onto Chief. So they're going to lose that trade pretty heavily there. So already half HP, popping that pot. Miracle Whip's going forward with the Death Sentence. Going to use the heal, dodge away from that. As Slayer going to pop that Severum Q ability. So going to get a little bit of damage down. But already, it's Iconic. Going to look for that little cheeky reset early on here, looking to get that that early longsword to get a little bit of an advantage against that Olaf in those jungle skirmishes. But so far, I mean, it's pretty even across the board, nothing too crazy. I don't really expect to see too much action early on here. It's kind of just both teams just doing kind of the same thing they've been doing all game. Just kind of like going back and forth, trading, blah, 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 mumbo jumbo. If you're wondering why I'm talking so much, it's my co-caster had to go to the bathroom. When the Call of Duty, you can't really stop it. As Akuma Fluke's gonna get that, the electrocute proc on top of him. Oh yeah, the new Dorn's helm item. It's a very interesting to see. You know, a lot of branching items here. You got Dorn's bow, you got Dorn's helm, Dorn's shield, Dorn's blade, Dorn's ring. I mean, Dorn. You know, Dorn is just I mean, is he really that good? Yeah, I mean, he got a world champion. Chief is going to flash out there, but the undertow going to, or not the undertow. The reckless swing is going to land there, and Chief using the flash, you're going to get taken down. Slayer is going to spot out Itaconic, but it is going to be what is it? The damn the scuttle crab going over to Itaconic. So nothing too crazy. Teleport in by AKM Flukes in the mid lane there. As Spore might have stayed around a little bit too long there. A little bit of damage going down. As the Charm does whiff. One more auto. Flash forward. Oh, just a little bit too late on that. You got to take some minion aggro, tower aggro. So Flash is traded in the mid lane there. As January Snow coming around here does not have the Flash to try to look for that. Going to try to loop around, trying to get that sneaky little undertow. But instead going for the Raptor respawn. Oh, wait. He's going to hit this. Oh, he hits it! January Snow getting the sneaky kill in the mid lane. So 2-0 already. Almost a 1k gold lead for the Spire. And they are chilling this game. January Snow having a great time already with that Tiamat. So going to speed up that clear very heavily. And AKM Fluke, unfortunately, you know, a bit of a shallow recall, is going to die. Going to lose a bit of a wave. Going to lose a plate. Nice little death sentence bot lane there, as a little stun onto Miracle Whip's head, and unfortunately Chief will lose out on that trade a bit. So that's what I was talking about, you know, like Thresh, he hits the hook and he's still able to kind of move around, you know, it's not like other champions like Blitzcrank or Leona or Nautilus where like when they hit their CC they kind of go in. Thresh, like he hits the CC and then he's just kind of able to walk back, kite away. Slayer is going to get jumped on here. Nice little lantern to get him to safety. But I mean, yeah, it's like 1.5k-ish gold lead for the side of Spire Rats. It's really nice to see, you know, a game like a team that scales like this. Again, Slayer, he's down CS. He has an assist. He is down 10 CS. Like what?
I don't get
happening?
it.
They're pushing
It
him
always
in.
happens with him.
As
Oh.
hold that thought. Oh, nope, he just gets on out there, uses Spirit Rush there. So not gonna have that cooldown for the Drake here. It is what was that? A Hextech Drake? Nice little death sentence onto the Braum here. As Flay onto 2. A Slayer gonna get hit with the denting blows here. Miracle Whip's gonna pick up that kill. Ado does have that lethal temple fully stacked up. January Snow gonna hide into the bush. It's gonna be a 2v2 now. Death sentence onto the Ezreal. He does have that flash. The strike does land there. And Itaconic, he's going to have to use the ward to dash on out there. January Snow does have that Ragnarok if he wants to keep on going. But Itaconic is not level 6 yet. He is... Wow, he's level 5. He just poked level 5 not too long ago. January Snow is a level and a half ahead of this Lee Sin's here. So this Lee Sin's early game is kind of getting nullified a little bit.
Yeah, and that's a problem since Lee Sin is just like the champion of the early game. Like, if you need to see him activated, it's early game, and that shows you the poor rotation that he's having. Of course, also look at his jungle item. He still got 23 stacks. On the other side, Olaf will just grab this Drake, and that will give him another 2 stacks, I believe, from the Drake, or maybe 1. Lee Sin here might try and gamble this one, but he doesn't even got enough. Of course, stacks to get the 1k smite. On the other side, Olaf got the 3-0, got the 17 stacks, and he is rolling the place. And I believe once he get the Styx cage, like, no one is safe from this Olaf. Remember what did I tell you?
He might get collapsed upon here, as that's going to be the chain CC on top of him. There goes the kick. Not going to be used quite yet. Just going to use his good old feet tease to knock him down there. So it's going to be Olaf kind of going back and forth here. Olaf, he's going for Itaconic as the ward dash does get on out there. Does land the undertow. He's going to keep going. It does have the Ragnarok, but not going to use it fast enough there just to get the Dragon's Rage to get him out. So now it's going to be the gold lead equalized a little bit there. Death sentence onto the Braum once again. but it's going to be the lead kind of dwindling a little bit for the Olaf here, as that's going to be True Shot Barrage bot lane. Death Sentence is going to go wide, but I mean, the gold lead's pretty much equaled out here. I mean, for both the junglers, it's like a pretty much 1 kill lead for the Olaf. Well, everywhere else is relatively even here, so anything can really go. First strike was claimed by the side of Spire, but I mean, the big thing I like to see is this Ornn is up 20 CS on the Garen, and he's actually like the Garen is not winning these trades like at all. He's actually losing out in the trades. Like he has 0 HP. He has the TM at like he's not winning even with Ignite. Like
can't. That's weird. Man, just let your passive give you extra HP. That's all what it takes. Just stay out of combat for 8 seconds, get your passive to heal you up, and voila, you're back. Also, not only your passive, you need to use the Doran's ring, no, I'm sorry, Doran's shield, which is basically something that gives you extra HP whenever you get hit. Like, yeah, you're low HP, stay alive.
Top lane, there goes the Ornn, but
not
does
enough.
still have that courage, so blocks a lot of that damage. Abriel, I sense it. He kind of wants to go for the dive low key. Like, he kind of wants it.
He can.
But Miracle Whips is going to land the Death Sentence onto Itaconic. Going a little bit too deep there, but yes, Sonic Wave does land. He's going to have to go over the wall. The Charm does hit and does have the Spirit Rush flashing over the wall for Slayer. They're going to try to get the kill onto Itaconic. Going to get that reset with the Spirit Rush. AKM Fluke is all out of options, and he gets taken out there. A kill for 2 in favor of the Spire Wrath. They get a kill on the support, but they lose their lives in the process. So it's once again, it's back to a 1k gold lead for the side of Spire Rats, and this early game is going pretty well in Spire Rat's favor, even though all the gold is on January Snow.
You know what's really funny? That Lysander just thought like, yeah, I want try to get closer to them. I will just run into their own jungle, trying to play hide and seek, do this, do that, and yeah, you just get face checked by the Olaf. It's so funny to watch, as this Thresh won't be able to land his Qs. Like, yeah, if he landed that Q, that Israel is just dead. Like, he's smoked, not even dead. He's out. Like, listen right now.
He's going for the invade, but does get instantly kicked out there. Really wants to claim his own Gromp. But, yeah, I mean, it's kind of just, Abriel gonna get interrupted there. He was called window shopping. He might get taken down there, as he's gonna spin to win there. Gonna need, like, maybe one more auto. That's gonna be the brittle proc onto Black Venom, as Itaconic is gonna get taken out there. Searing Charge used in the top lane. That's so close. Black Venom is so close. You can literally taste it. Miracle Whips is gonna get stunned up there. That's gonna be the flash forward there. The Glacial Fissure used. Ado gonna auto him down, and he's gonna get another set of autos, and that's gonna be a 2v2 kill there in the bot lane for Ado, as he picks up a double kill.
So Braum is bad versus Thresh. Interesting.
Like, I will say this. He's fishing for hooks really randomly. Like, why are you walking up in the middle of the lane and just chucking your hook out? Like, you don't need to keep forcing it. Top lane, Call the Force God used there. Ragnarok under the tower. The Reckless Swing gonna pick up that kill. January Snow is unstoppable, literally and figuratively. It's gonna be a 1k gold lead for the Spire Rats still. But lots of money going into Ado's pocket. Again, he's down 31 CS. Like, how is it possible? Like, how are you down so much CS? Like, just at like the most random times.
He doesn't like to CS. Like, he gets the advantage based on kills. It's so gold elo oriented. Like, anyone in gold will know that strategy. You just ignore CS, you get a kill, the kill gives you 300 gold, and the set of one set of minions gives you, like, I don't know, 150, so or like even less than 150. I'm sorry,
each
like
melee gives you
20.
Yeah, like 50. Yeah, it's like a buff 50. Yeah, because each melee gives you 20, each range gives you 15. So what? 45, 60. That's like 105.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, one kill equals
it's
3
14 gold. It's 14 per range. So
oh yeah, 14,
right.
and then you get like that's for the ADC. The ADC gets the extra
it's like about 100 gold. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, so it's about 100 gold. Has nice little hook in between the minions there onto Chief. as they don't really like. So the biggest thing with like playing hook champions is it's hook discipline. Like you can't just keep chucking hooks and hoping to get a kill. You know, just because you hit the hook doesn't mean you get a kill. Like, because the biggest thing that Chief and Ado are doing is they're playing off the cooldown because Thresh Hook is a very long cooldown early. It's like a right now it's like a 15-second cooldown. Well, it's 10 seconds. As that's gonna be Slayer getting caught up here. True Shot Barrage does come on out across the enemy team as Miracle Whip's gonna get taken out, the second kill of the game there. The shield doing so much, but Ragnarok has come early, and January Snow is running rampant. Double kill going over, triple kill. 8-0-1 January Snow. He is absolutely balling out in these team fights. Doesn't matter if his bot lane's inting him, the enemy team's inting into the Olaf.
That's the thing. He can just stop the Olaf. No CC matters in this case, and he will just run through your skin, and that's what happened. He can just like deny the powerful things that he can do. Garen, yeah, he's just dead. It doesn't matter. It's the 1v1 from both top laners. Owen will just slowly kill him. And hear me out. It's Garen's fault, not Orin. Well, right, it's Garen's fault and Orin understanding the assignment.
He just keep in mind the Black Venom had counterpick, so it's always a little bit rough there. Nice little bait in, AKM Fluke. He doesn't have the flash. Gonna come up in a couple seconds here, using the shield, using the Guardian, keep Spore up, and January Snow legendary 901. What is that? What was that, like a 90-ish%, 91% KP? Slayer is all by his lonesome in the bot lane there. Like, look at it, January Snow does not care. He's just hitting the tower. Like, Inaconic knows he can't really do anything. He doesn't have the Dragon's Rage just yet. The Undertow lands once again, and Inaconic almost gets taken out. He's down 2 levels against this Olaf. Whatever lead, like, that Ado had is completely annihilated. Like, threefold by January Snow. Like, 901, 123 CS, level 11. He has 8,700 gold total this game, so he is really, really strong. Nobody's really able to bust through that. Like it's a 5K gold lead now. The what's it called? The objective bounties are already coming up. Miracle Whip's gonna land that death sentence onto Chief. There's a teleport behind there by AKM Fluke. But Abriel is going a little bit too deep. He is a very tanky fellow. He's going to get rooted up under the tower, stunned up, knocked up. Slayer going to get hit with a Sonic Kick, and that's going to be the ram coming through. January Snow is here to back his team up. It doesn't matter what kind of lead you have, what kind of jump you have. Flash forward with the death sentence. Spore will get taken out there. Abriel taking up the tower. They're going to try to dive onto Ado, and the tower aggro getting taken out by January Snow. He just walks on out, and it's going to be a 4 for none. And Spire Rats, this is a completely different game. Decisive, deadly, as January Snow absolutely carrying.
They just want to close this game out as clean as possible, and they don't want to fumble it like last game. They want to just go with the correct play, and it showed that they know what they're doing. Yeah, Orin baited a lot of cooldowns, baited a lot of stuff, and based on that, they just took the fight apart. And of course, Olaf is running everyone off. And like, hear me out. There is 2 things I would love to say. You're a really good yapper, and you're bad in math.
Hey, you know, I'm a raw kind of Asian, you know. I'm just good at like. My kind of Asian is the kind that's really good at picking rice. So unfortunately,
You're Asian? Wait, no way.
Oh yeah, dude. Vietnamese, you know, good at picking rice and
yeah.
good at taking napalm. Man, I should not have made that joke. I should not have made that joke. The Adderall.
Yeah, I know. I have other one that I love to say.
It's a 17 to 8. It's a 7K gold lead. Abriel, like, he keeps going in, and he's literally like dying. He's literally dying to the unending despair. Like, he's actually like losing HP going in. Like, it's so crazy going for the trade like that. And now, Abriel, he's finally going to get collapsed upon here. The glacial.
Can they kill him?
I don't think they kill him. Doesn't quite land. Oh, they do land the stun and block with the shield. Abriel is pretty low under tower, but that's a tanky fella. Oh, that's a nice little quick dodge by Inaconic. And that's going to be the shutdown going over to Black Venom. as he gets a jump some Demacia Justice finally on Aberreel. As bot lane, it's going to be a pick onto the Lissandra here, so it's going to be a 1-for-1 in the side lanes, but I think Spire Rats are going to get a little bit more because they do have that Herald. They're going to pop that up. Ado is coming in to try to defend. Reset coming through from the Lee Sin to try to help. But I don't really think they're going to get too much done here, as you have 3 members strong with the Herald, 3 grubs. They're trying to protect this Herald as much as they can, but I don't think it's very much long for this world. So they get that bot lane tier 2, and they go straight for the Drake. They're going to claim a soul point once again here in the for the second game in a row. And it's going to be a Cloud Soul. This is the best soul for this team. Like, you have an Ahri and you have an Olaf that are so dependent on their ultimates, and they are going to be running. If they weren't already running down Akuma Spikers, they're definitely going to be running them down now.
They should. Like, you have the third Drake, like, you have all kinds of Drake that you might actually need. You have the one that gives you extra attack speed cooldown, you have the extra damage, and now the extra movement speed. Plus, when you get this soul, that gives another advantage to Olaf. Like, that boost that he get from the soul, the ghost, he'll be just running as fast as Sonic to the back lane. That Azrael won't have any time left to just do anything in his entire life. And hear me out, like, Azrael played really good early game, but I don't think that's gonna be the case here. But look at bot side. Ari, can she survive?
Just barely gets the speared Russian time. Whoa! Akuma flash! He just flashes forward, whiffs the W, the Ring of Frost, but he does still pick up the kill there. That's called the Forge God. Gonna snipe that kill at the end there. So using a teleport, using a ult, it's a little rough, but you know, you get a return kill there. As oh man, we got to freeze. We got to freeze. Okay, but no, we are back. As it's going to be a kill there. Nice little Sonic Wave snipe. But it's going to be mid laners. Both mid laners dying there. Black Venom is picking up a decent amount of gold here in the side lane. So picking up an objective bounty there. So a lot of nice little gold influx into his pocket. Instantly buys the Phantom Dancer off reset. A game like this, I don't think you go crit PD, bud. I don't think you do that.
You can't versus that Olaf. You just can't. Like, if Olaf is spotted Garen, you know that his life is over. It's just like that. Like, Olaf, even though, like, we know that the whole team got four-ish gold advantage, it's all on Olaf. Like, the rest of the team is just like, you have 50 gold advantage, 100, 500 to Garen, so it's the other side, so... Like, yeah,
Is Black Venom gonna get solo killed here? No, Sport. Honestly, if I was Sport, I would have went for it. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, 100%. But that's Garen. Like, keep in mind, he'll just like give you the.
Right as I say that.
That's it.
Does get hit with the back
Garen?
over deception there. Does wow, he does a lot of damage actually. As dashing forward there, the Courage gonna get popped for that little extra shield. Oh, flashing forward with the charge, the cannon minion is the MVP for that, and he blocks it for the Garen. As he's going for the Chovy the Hextech rocket belt build. As Spore, he's gonna get spotted. Itaconic gonna get spotted here, going for that kill here. Gonna go in with the Sonic Wave, gonna charm him up, gonna dash away. The Dragon's Rage gonna come through. Itaconic gonna get taken out, but that means a Baron started up for the side of Spire Rats, and they will pick up that Baron here. So 3 minutes here, about 4k so far here, so they got a bit of gold in their pockets, but right now it's about to be a bit of a negative gold Baron power play here, as they're losing that bot lane tier. When it will fall down, they'll lose 3 plates, but they should be being chilling there, as they're immediately rotating down against the Olaf, immediately running for this. He really wants it. I do think he does win the 3v1, honestly, if he went for it, but he's gonna get spotted out there. Almost got caught window shopping, flashing forward. What the hell are you doing, Black Venom? He does have that Demacia Justice here, so could have looked. I can see what he was looking for. He was looking for it, but Jeremy Snow using that move speed from the experiment,
Legit,
he's able to get him out.
Legit, he just can kill him if he just used the ultimate. The Ignite will just take him apart. But at the same time, you just need like a small help from Lee Sin or any other target. But now this Olaf is
and
like, yeah,
Luke is dead. He's dead. He doesn't have flash.
Ult, please.
Yep. Yeah, he's dead. No mana. Nothing. Yep, he's dead. There we go. Yeah. So
It's over.
Spore picks up his third kill of the game here.
He closes his PC.
Oh, Itaconic. He looks. He's wanting. I see it. I see the vision. I see the vision. Oh, he didn't go in time, but does get a
Out.
stack or an auto onto Slayer here. But Chief, you didn't put the shield up in time there. The Glacial Fissure does get flashed away from by Slayer as Abriel coming in there. No shield to block the Ornhorn as January Snow actually
All of
goes
a
to die to the Garen. Demacia Justice. Ado gonna use the arcane shift to go on forward there, pick up the kill onto Slayer as Black Venom is going crazy now. As that's this weave between three members of Akuma Spikers onto Ado's dome as he gets taken out. The Soul Drake spawning in about 10 seconds here. No jungler means they don't claim the Soul. Miracle Whip's gonna put the ward on top. Teleport coming in by Spore, and they're gonna try to look for this fight here. Black Venom, oh buddy, what are you doing? You're face checking into the enemy. It's only a tank, but that's a tank assassin fighter bruiser juggernaut. As the Ornn does get a good chunk of damage down, Black Venom is able to heal up with the passive. Itaconic trying to heal up, trying to take these camp. He's level 13, man. He's so low. Like he does so little. Black Venom is gonna take a lot of damage there. The charm gonna go wide as the Dragon's Rage does kick Abriel back, doesn't hit anybody else, but Itaconic taking so much damage. That's going to be the Frozen Tomb on top of the Ahri. No more Spirit Rush charges left there. No mana on Miracle Whips, but Chief is going to get taken out. Two members down. The Freljord duo gets taken out by the Akuma Spikers, and they will claim this Cloud Soul.
Yeah, the Cloud Soul will be a huge plus here. The Garen's just trying to survive gates. The Q extra movement speed, no Spirit Rush.
He just gets out.
Yeah, he's out. It's fine. And like, yeah, funny enough, Akuma got only one chance of winning this game. If Gavin gets a kill over Olaf, that's the only place that you could ever win a team fight or win anything. And keep in mind, he got some really good damage. He doesn't have a lot of critical chance, but he still got damage.
He got 50% crit with Mortal Reminder. So,
he just got it.
Yeah, so I mean, we're talking about how much the build sucked, but I mean, it's paying off. They're not really focusing the Garen now. Like that's the thing about Garen. Like, you build like this build, but you have 2.8k HP. You have 129 armor and 84 magic resist with 0 resistance items. Like, what is that? Like Olaf, he has 3.1 or 3.5k HP, 236 armor, 82 MR. Like this, like relative to the damage and the tankiness, this Garen is doing more. Like it's crazy, like how much this Garen is doing. Like just because of like the kid.
Jay's here.
As Spore. Yeah, like, Black Venom, he's just permanently split pushing. He's like telling AKM Fluke, like, you know what, get the hell out of my lane. I'm trying to split push. Chief, he's gonna get chunked like crazy. Holy cow. The Reckless Swing, that does 437 true damage, by the way. So it's going to be a trade of towers here. The Frozen Tomb onto the Ornn. They're going to land. Oh, that's a lot of healing, actually. I think they're going to kill him with the Demacia Justice as the Call of the Forge God does not get called. It will not get answered. As there's going to be a lot of towers traded here for the side of Spire Rats. They're going to pick up 2 tier 2s, but they should be able to knock down this bot lane inhibitor tower if its giant HP bar wasn't blocking the damn tower HP. So they will get that tower. Slayer, oh, he gets hit with a Sonic Wave. He's going to go for the Insect. He does have a ward. That's going to be a death sentence onto the Braum here. Does get Chain CC. Dragon Rage kick onto Miracle Whips. Trying to predict the ward hop as Spore. He's so fast with the Cloud Soul, man. Ado, he's about to get an arcane shift back up, but he will not get it up in time. Slayer going to get taken out there. Killing spree for the Aphelios. As, again, like, oh, Lysandra? Yeah, she just died somewhere.
Huh. So it's Garen versus the world, Black Venom just existing at this point.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's like, he's kind of, just as we say that, he's literally about to go against the world. But no, he just runs on out there. Baron is up in about 15 seconds here. Like,
yeah, it's
what
just
Slayer has, he has Crescendum. So he will burn through this Baron if they do start this thing off rip. And Olaf does so much with the Reckless Swing. So they're just going to start this thing straight up here. They're going to start burning this so quick. Itaconic is not even going to get in range to be able to try to steal this here. 7k HP, 6k, 5k, 4k, 3k, as the True Shot Barrage comes through, but the Reckless Swing plus the Smite, as that's going to be the charm across the wall there. The Spirit Rush is going to pick up another kill onto Chief. 0, 6, and 8, he's having a really rough time there, using the flash, using the heal, and that's going to be the call of the Forge God coming through. They're going to get a knock up onto the Lee Sin. They're flashing away now. AK and Fluke going to put out that Icicle to try to do as much as he can, but it ain't going to do enough. So Itaconic does still have that kick if he does look for that play here. Black Venom, he does have a crazy flank here. Abriel not going to land any knockups or CC quite yet. Miracle Whips is going to look for the fishing. He's fishing. Nobody's there to follow up there, unfortunately, as Black Venom, he's cutting off the wave. He's doing such a great job trying to stall this game out as long as he can. But Black Venom is getting chased out by Abriel. He's doing so much damage. Ado gonna get, what the hell was that damage? That's 2,000 years, baby. As Slayer, he's gonna use the cleanse. He's gonna get taken out. Big shutdown going over to the Lissandra, the Glacial Fissure, onto 3 members of Spire Wrath. Flashing forward there with the Decisive Strike. Black Venom is doing so much now for his team. Ado flashing away. The Demacian Justice right on top of Spore's dome. He will get taken out. The Decisive Strike going through. Abriel gonna pick up a kill there as Black Venom, he's so low. He gets taken out with the Bellows Breath. And he's going to get stunned up by the Braum passive, the Braum shield blocking the Forge God. As January Snow is still alive, the GA was popped. The Reckless Swing claiming Braum's life under the tower. Ado is the last man alive for his team. Nobody's going to be up for about another 15 seconds. Going to get knocked up. The Brittle, wow, that's a lot of damage. As the LDR completed for the Ezreal, he's trying to heal up as much as he can, but he can't clear the wave against these baroned up minions. Olaf and the Ornn against the Ezreal, and they don't even care about the Ezreal. They're completely ignoring him. And January Snow is finally going to end this game here. Does pop the Ragnarok looking for an extra kill, but they just end the game right then and there. 29.5 minutes. Spire Rats taking a very dominant Game 2 victory.
Exactly, Spire Rats just got this win, and it's totally worth it. The wait worth it, the win, and of course, if you have an MVP, it should be the man that's holding the axes, the man that's holding the objectives, the man that's in almost 75% of the kills that his whole teammates are taking, or maybe it's around 75, 74, something like that. And that guy is, of course, your jungler. The man is just everywhere, and whenever you need him, he appears. He got the damage, he got the objective, and he got everything. Lee Sin, on the other hand, he had a very bad and slow start. I'm not pushing him off the, I'm not pushing the rest of the team off the chart, but if you will give 2 players the benefit of what they actually made in this game, I would say Ezreal did really good. At some points, Garen, yeah, he is Garen. I'm not gonna speak about Garen.
Yeah, I mean,
Blake,
kind of the
Blake
same
like
thing
Tryndamere.
yeah, it's like the same thing. Like last split, January Snow was like by far like the best player, like the best facilitator. Like if he is not getting off, then the rest of the team really isn't winning. Like he picks up so much slack for his team. Like definitely if you had to give an SVP, I would probably say it's definitely Black Venom. Like he was holding his team in that game for way longer than they should have. Like what, they were down like 5k at like 15 minutes or 14 minutes. And Black Venom was just constantly split pushing, constantly getting these kills in the side lane, taking so many towers, but at the end of the day, you take all these towers, but if you can't get to the Nexus, it doesn't matter. So, I mean, Black Venom is definitely the SVP for this series. And January Snow, he is by far the MVP for his team. I mean, across 2 games, he went, 29. He went 29, 6, and 18. That's crazy.
That is.
It's pretty crazy. But, it's a very nice little victory here for the Spire Rats. They will take sole possession of first seed for now, until we see when when the standings get updated, because we have to see game score, because it is a very nice little 4-0 game score here for the Spire Rats. Akuma Spikers, I mean, they put up a pretty decent fight, but they might have to go back to the drawing board a little bit here. Um, but for now, I mean, that's a pretty good series that we've had tonight. It will be it from us tonight. It is I, Banana Bread XD, with my co-caster Sekio, and our glorious producer Last Raven. And that will be it from us tonight. We will see y'all next week, same time, for week 3 of Ember League.
Blinding lights, lost in your eyes, feeling the pressure. You and I